All right, fifth graders, welcome to lesson 3-16. Oops, 3-16 there. Now, you notice that today's lesson is going to be a little bit different. I am using the document camera and as we go through the lesson, just because there's going to be a lot of writing and a lot of kind of typing, and because of the way the iPad works sometimes, I'm not able to put everything I want on there. So we're going to try this. Hopefully, as we go through, you can read my writing and everything. But if not, please talk to Mr. Winkleman. But today's lesson, we are going to be focusing on data. And our question is, what is the difference between discrete, D-I-S-C-R-E-T-E, discrete data, and continuous data? Now, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the way I write, my hand's going to be in the way as we go. But I will be talking and saying everything that I'm writing, so hopefully we'll be able to kind of work through it as much as we can. All right, so now what we're working on and what we're writing is, pardon me, I'm trying to get this into focus a little bit better. Okay, now we're going to be working with data, but first I just finished correcting our test corrections, and let's just say I wasn't the most happy with how things turned out. Let's say we didn't necessarily do very well with our test corrections. First thing, let's review, is that the area, formula for area of a rectangle, okay, is length times width. See if that helps a little bit. All right. The formula for the area of a parallelogram is base times height. Now remember that base times height is essentially length times width. And then the area, formula for area of a triangle is base times height, all divided by 2. So that's important to remember because that's going to be key to what we're going to be doing with this review. So let's focus. Excuse me here. I'm trying to adjust the camera a little bit. See if I can switch it here. See if that goes to single. All right. Now, let's start with the area of a rectangle here. So here's my rectangle. It is 2 by 3. Excuse me. Now, using our formula, all I have to do is punch in numbers. So I'm going to punch in numbers for length times width. My length in this case, L times W, my length in this case is 3. My width in this case is 2. And when multiplied together, I'm going to get 6 units squared. Okay, remember, area is a squared measurement. It's not linear, it's squared, because we're talking about how many different squares we can make within that shape. Okay? Now, when we look at a parallelogram, which is just another quadrilateral. So here's my parallelogram, and my weight, in this case, we have base and height. My base, generally, that's going to be your bottom side, which is 3. Now, to form a height, and this is kind of the tricky part, we always want to make a right angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to take from one of the corners and we're going to drop it down and we're going to make an H. Now, I can make that either on the outside of the parallelogram, or if I want to be so bold, I can make it on the inside. And we think of how Ms. Anna King helped me remember is you think of a tall back for your height, and you think about this, and that's a chair, and that chair helps you sit up straight, and that gives you good height. Okay, now in this case, after drawing this, we see that our height is 2. So we write down the formula, base times height, and then we start plugging in numbers. Base is 3, height is 2, base 3 times 2 is 6. Our unit of measurement is unit squared. All right, so that's that. Now, if we look at our triangle, and let's just draw a right triangle right here. Let's just go, and we know it's right because of that right angle right there. This is 4, and this is 2. Now, our formula is base times height divided by 2, which will mean base in this case is 2, height in this case is 4, and we're going to divide that by 2. Let's continue simplifying. 2 times 4 is 8, all over 2. 8 divided by 2, or how many 2's can I take out of 8, would be 4, and we need our measurement units squared. So that's how we find the area of quadrilaterals, parallelograms, and triangles. Now, one of the things that seem to mess us up quite a bit on the test correction is the difference between area and perimeter. Remember, area is what's inside of a shape, whereas perimeter, boys and girls, okay, that's area. Perimeter, let's change to a different color. Perimeter is the distance around a given shape, if you were to walk around the outside. And remember, perimeter can be written, its formula is side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 ... And what I saw, boys and girls, is I saw people finding perimeter half of the right way, because what they would do is they take, if this is our example, they take this number plus this number, so they go perimeter equals 3 plus 2, so perimeter is equal to 5. Well, unfortunately, boys and girls, it's not, because you've only walked around half of our shape. You need to find a way to walk around the other half, and that's where we ran into problems. So instead of a perimeter being 5, actually our perimeter would be 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2, because this is a 3 and this is a 2, and then we get perimeter equal to 10 units. All right, so that's our review. That's the end of video number 1. Hopefully you're still with me. You haven't got too sick or anything like that. But yeah, let's get ready for video number 2.